Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Not So Afternoon News. I am your host, Sedem Doku. And boy, do I have a new hot and piping story for you. Video games. Everybody loves them. It's one of the most popular forms of entertainment in the world today. And for good reason. The ability to interact with the world outside of reality and just escape is a tough one to beat. The video gaming industry is one of the wealthiest in the entertainment industry, making over $300 billion in 2020 alone. Companies like EA, Ubisoft, Activision, and Sony are at the forefront and the faces of this. They make billions of dollars each year from abusing their control over video games. Imagine this: you are playing an open world game, enjoying the breathtaking views and doing quests. You are assigned a quest to rescue the princess who is trapped in the demon's castle. You open up the map to travel to the castle. You set the fast travel location to teleport you there. And then, bam, you're hit with a pop-up window that says, would you like to spend $5 to unlock the fast travel pack? This may seem exaggerated, but it's true. Lots of new modern games lock key gameplay features behind a paywall. Features like fast travel, special materials needed to level up, or stronger weapons. Now, some of these will be fine for single-player games, but in multiplayer games, where you are competing with other players, it can be the determiner of whether you win or lose a game. In September of 2023, popular multiplayer game Call of Duty released a skin called Rose. This skin made it so that you were essentially invisible to other players. Hence, by just buying this skin, gave you an unfair advantage. Obviously, the players weren't happy. It was an outcry, asking the developers to delete the skin from the game. It took them almost 2 weeks before they did so. These companies are always trying to find new ways of taking money from the players, whether it's by increasing the cost of games beyond the standard highest price of $60 or adding microtransactions into their games. And yeah, you don't have to spend money to get the cards you need, but they make it so hard to get them in the game you are basically at a disadvantage if you don't buy their packs. And the worst one of all is buying in-game cosmetics for your characters or pets. I'm looking at you, Diablo 3. All of this is still manageable, right? I mean, it's your money and you decide how to spend it, right? Now look here, this is Johnny. Johnny loves to play games on his dad's iPad, especially games like Candy Crush and Sonic. They are his favorite games. One day, Johnny's father gets an email from his bank saying that he has spent $16,000 in the past 2 days. What happened? John had been playing Candy Crush and was buying lives and power-ups in the game, which was already linked to his father's credit card and PayPal. This might seem like a far-fetched story, but it's true. This actually happened in 2020. In an interview with Good Morning America, Jessica Johnson, a real estate broker and mom of 2 from Wisconsin, said her son George spent over $16,000 in Apple Play Store purchases to buy rings while playing Sonic Forces, his favorite game. She tried to get refunds, but the company said it was a one-time purchase and no refunds were allowed. Video game companies, especially mobile games, are targeting our children for our money. They create low firewall payment systems and save credit card information to allow repeated purchases to be made easily. They create random chance systems called loot boxes, where you basically bet for the item you want. So instead of you just buying the item, you are buying the possibility of getting the item that you want. It's a gambling addiction epidemic waiting to occur. Why? Why do these corporations do this? Are they not their fans? Aren't they supposed to cater for their needs? No, and you're a fool for thinking that. They only care about one thing: money. The ability to buy their fancy cars and expensive houses, all paid for with players' tears and money. They want to get richer and we get poorer. Well, I say no more. For how long should we accept this abuse, this disrespect? For how long until our children grow up with crippling gambling addiction and end up like that bum on the street. We need to hold these companies accountable for their actions. Well, there you have it, folks. This was your Not So Afternoon News. I've been your host, Sedem Duku, and this is me wishing you a not so happy afternoon.